Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to teach you about the Indian Constitution. So, let's start. The Indian Constitution. Constitution of India. It is the document in the form of a book. When India became independent on 15th August 1947, the leaders realized that a constitution was required to govern the country. To draft this constitution, a constituent assembly was formed. So after independence, our leaders had realized that there must be a constitution in the country to govern the country. It consisted of many eminent men and women of different fields. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the chairman of the Constituent Assembly and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee of the Constitution. So don't confuse in these two names. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the chairman of the Constituent Assembly and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee of the Constitution. The Constitution was adopted on 26 November 1949 and came into effect on 26 January 1950. So you will see here that the Constitution was adopted on 26 November 1949 but it came into effect on 26 January 1950. So why this date was chosen? This date was chosen by our national leaders because 26 January 1930 was observed as Independence Day during the freedom struggle. What do you learn when you read the Constitution of India? The Constitution contains all the rules and regulations according to which our country functions. So, all the rules and regulations according to which our country functions. The introduction of the Constitution of India is called the preamble. So, what is a preamble? The introduction of the Constitution of India. The Constitution contains everything: the powers of the state and union governments, the form of government, parliamentary form, the position and powers of the Prime Minister and the President of India. So, now why there is a need of Constitution? A country without a Constitution is like playing a game without rules. When you play a game without any rules and regulations, like that, a country is also when there is no constitution in a country. A constitution tells us about rules and regulations that all people follow and in order to grow and enjoy a good life. So, in order to grow and enjoy a good life, the main aim of the Constitution is to establish a welfare state in which all the citizens are looked upon equally. So, the main aim of the Constitution is to establish a welfare state. To establish a welfare state in which all the citizens of the country are looked upon equally. The Constitution contains laws that protect the interest of all the people. It gives knowledge about rights, duties, the system of governance, and all the rules that would make life worthy. It is the supreme law of India and is used by Prime Minister, his cabinet of ministers, and the law of courts to govern the country. So, the preamble. Preamble means the introduction of constitution. It is the essence of our constitution. So it is very important to understand preamble. So what is given in preamble? We, the people of India. What is the meaning of this sentence? This tells us that we are all people of India, big or small, poor or rich, belonging to all regions and religions. All power comes from us. Now, sovereign, an independent country not under the rule of any power. That means India is an independent country and it is not under the rule of any power. Now, socialist, a country where everyone has things that he or she needs and where the wealth of the country is shared by all. Now, secular, everyone is free to follow and practice any religion. That means a country where all religions are respected equally. No one is discriminated on the basis of religion. Now, democratic. So, it is a government of the people, by the people and for the people. That means a country where the people of India elect their government at all levels. Now about republic. A country where the head of state, that is president, is an elected person. That means elected by the people and not a king or queen. Now, citizens should get the following. What are the things citizens should get? Justice, social, economic and political. That means just treatment, fair chance to earn their livelihood and vote freely. Now, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. It means freedom to speak, think and express their thoughts, believe and have faith in any religion and worship any god. Next, equality of status and opportunity. It means equal opportunity regardless of caste, creed, religion, reason or gender is given. And to promote among all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. To promote a feeling of brotherhood among all, a feeling of belonging with the country among its people. All people must be respected and the country must stand united. So, this is all about preamble. So, now about fundamental rights. According to the Constitution, every citizen has certain rights known as fundamental rights. The fundamental rights enable us to lead a better life. The Supreme Court and the High Courts are the protectors of these rights. In case of any violation of these rights, citizens can move to the court. So, the fundamental rights are right to equality. Number one is right to equality. Everybody knows the meaning of equality means equal. So, this means that in the eyes of law, every citizen of India is equal. No one can treat anyone or be treated in an unfair manner on the grounds of caste, religion or gender. Thus, Our constitution gives equal status to every citizen. Now, right to freedom. Now, right to freedom. It means to form associations. Anyone can is free to form associations. We are free to settle anywhere in the country. Take up any occupation. Any citizen is interested or need in any occupation, they can take up that occupation. They are free to speech and expression. It's the freedom of speech and expression. Citizens are free to move anywhere in the country. Free to assemble without arms. So this is all about right to freedom. Now, right against exploitation. So what is the meaning of exploitation? It means a situation in which somebody treats somebody else in an unfair means. Our constitution prohibits child labor. Our constitution prohibits child labor. The employers of children under the age of 14 can be punished severely. No one is allowed to force someone to work against his or her will. Forced labor is punishable. Right to freedom of religion. Every citizen has the right to follow his or her religion. Cultural and educational rights. Every citizen of India is allowed to follow his or her own beliefs, customs and traditions. Right to constitutional remedies. A citizen of India can go to the Supreme Court or the High Courts if he or she feels that his or her fundamental rights have been taken away. This is about right to constitutional remedies. Now, right to education. The Right to Education Act came into effect on 1st April 2010. The aim of the government was to increase the literacy rate in India by providing free education to children up to the age of 14 years. So this rights has came into Now about fundamental duties. Every citizen of India is entitled to the fundamental rights, but we have to perform certain duties also. Rights and duties go hand in hand. They are two sides of the same coin. So, some of these duties are: we must abide by the rules laid down by our constitution. So, what are the rules laid down by the constitution? We must follow it. We must respect our national anthem as well as our national flag. So, we should respect our national anthem by standing and our national flag also. We should promote peace and harmony. We should protect and preserve our national heritage. Work to uphold the sovereignty and unity of our nation. As the citizens of India, we must protect public property and we must avoid violence. These are some duties. These are some fundamental duties that we must follow. Now about directive principles. Now about directive principles. The Constitution has laid down some guidelines for the government. So some guidelines Constitution has made for the government. These are called directive principles. These principles were framed to bring about social and economic equality. So, some of directive principles are: the state should work towards providing adequate means of livelihood for both men and women, improving public health and nutrition for Indian citizens, equal pay for equal work for both men and women, helping the weaker and backward sections of the society so that their conditions improve both educationally and economically, protecting wildlife, forest, wealth, and environment, providing free and compulsory education to all children up to the age of 14 years, promoting international peace and security, guarding children against exploitation. So these are the directive principles Constitution has made for the government. So this is all about the Indian Constitution. I hope you all have understood the lesson. Thank you. Have a great day ahead.